What's up, guys? Andrew Tate is going to give us a long story. It's actually pretty long, but it's actually pretty good. Here we go. When I was 8 years old, a couple of 10-year-olds used to bully me on the school bus. One day, I started crying to my dad, saying I didn't want to get on the bus. I told, I told him why. He sat drinking whiskey and playing chess at 9 a.m. Didn't even look at me. He replied, "Your lunchbox is sharp, son. Go to school." I was too afraid not to listen to my father, so I obeyed. He didn't give sympathy, didn't even seem to care, didn't show remorse, didn't ask the kids' names, nothing. It was here I realized no one was going to save me, it was up to me. That afternoon on the ride home, they started as usual, pulling my backpack from behind and calling me names. I sat there and didn't say anything, hoping they'd stop. 10 minutes in, one slapped me on the side of my face. I remember the sting to this day, and my ear was ringing. I sat there silencing. Uh, I sat there in silence, stinging my face. A few minutes later, at my stop, I stood up and swung my plastic Batman lunchbox as hard as I could. I caught the kid right above his eye. Keith was his name. And like a boxer cut for a prize fight, his eyelid began squirting blood all over the bus. I remember his screams and the look of pure horror on his friend's face. I sprinted and ran straight off the bus. The cut was deep, the blood thick. He will be scarred for life to this day. I ran so fast I didn't notice that my lunchbox had actually shattered. When I got back, I held my hand in a piece of shattered plastic, barely resembling the square it was. My dad was in the same place as when I left. Locust position, still playing himself at chess. He would play himself for hours and hours trying to defeat his own mind. He turned around when I came in and saw the broken lunchbox. He stood up and said, "Get in the car." The ride was silent. He didn't ask me what happened. He took me to Walmart, asked me to pick a new one. I picked the same one I had before. "I'll buy you as many of these as you need, son." We went home and normal evening, but I was too scared to sleep. The next day, I sat at the back of the bus, ready to swing, to fight, both of them, head on. But the kids didn't come. But I never saw those kids again. Keith never returned to school. His friend stopped taking the bus. In all my years of school, I never had to break another lunchbox. My dad never ever saved me from anything. He sent me to a fight alone. Rest in peace, Emmer Tate. So, I think this is a great, like, don't tell your kids to go hit somebody so hard with their lunchbox that they bust their eye open. Probably not the best thing to say, but if you're picking on a younger person, and I don't care what your age is, 100 to 0, if you're picking on somebody that's younger than you, you're a piece of shit. Leave them alone. Unless they start it. Then it's a little different. But I just thought it was a great story I had to share with you guys. Andrew Tate's got some pretty cool stuff that he says. This one I don't think really has like a big meaning behind it. It's just a story he wanted to tell that may help another kid that may need to hear that. You can't always have somebody to protect you.